got lost. Can you talk real quick? Let me see if I can hear you.
Not a chance to get Jackson Olsen at the plate, who has come up lame. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
It looks like he might be hurt. No!
No!
All right. What is going on, everyone? And welcome to another episode of the 1216 podcast. Getting a kind of late start this week. So for this episode, we're only going to have two topics for you. It's going to be our top 10 arcs of all anime and top 10 fights of all anime. So it's not just One Piece this week. Not just One Piece. Branching out our focuses.
And disclaimer, the hardest fucking shit I've ever had to do in my life.
Thank you. You literally took the words right out of my mouth because there's so many arcs that I had to leave off. It's just real difficult because it's not just focused on one anime. It's focused on multiple, all of it. So it's like, dog, so many have so many good ones. So it's like, how do you leave certain ones off and whatnot? So how do you leave certain fights off and all that? So yeah, it was real difficult. It was real difficult.
I do got a little bit of my bias going into this,
Okay.
into a few of these motherfuckers, but
Facts.
man, this shit was
Personal preferences.
I looked at the fucking you sent the text message. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna do this, bro?
Man, yeah, it took me a minute. I had to stop what I was doing and like actually go lay down in the bed and fucking
Look
type
up
shit in and look and just man, it took a minute.
But since we do have the category, and for the one of them, how would you go about this? Up top fights, or do you fight then arcs?
I say we can do arcs, normal 10-1, and then fights 10-1.
All right. Oh, so how do you want to start it off? You want to kick it off?
All right, let's get to it. So I have two of these. I am a real big sucker for festival arcs. So it's it's real hard for me. Even if not a lot of stuff goes on in the festival and all that kind of stuff, I'm a real big sucker for festival arcs. So for my number 10, I have the My Hero Sports Festival arc. I absolutely adored everything about that arc. From Midoriya and All Might's conversation to before the arc started about this is your chance to introduce yourself to the world and say I'm the number. I'm gonna be the next All Might. Is just like from that moment to all the way up to the end. Great fights, great character connections, specifically with Midoriya and Todoroki. Midoriya and Endeavor having that conversation before later on where they end up training. It was just I just absolutely loved it. I love the first one where they have to do, it's like the race and whatnot. The second one, the cavalry battle, then the individual fights and all that. It was great, man. I really enjoyed the arc. So that's my number 10.
Well, me being me, got something in common.
But
we'll get down to my later on down the list.
Okay, for sure.
Starting off with me as we get through with things. My first arc, my number 10 arc, it was kind of hard to put in so far down the list, but I couldn't leave it off the list, of course, and that's the Tournament of Power from Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, for sure.
Seeing Gohan come back and them going out, actually trying to scout people, having Frieza come back into the mix. It was just amazing to me. I'm a big sucker when it comes to let's see how these character develops are. I love festival, but the tournament arcs is probably my favorite type of arcs, which
Mm.
festival hero was kind of an arc.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it was, yeah, facts.
but aside the tournament of power, bro, we got to see Master Roshi go super big one more time and deliver a devastating Mayo wave.
Man.
We got to see Gohan and Piccolo team up before superhero movie up
Mm.
for the first time in a long time. We got to even see fucking Gohan and Frieza get into it and team up a little bit as well. Like just
Mm.
watching that stuff happen, and then of course different universes. How they have other characters playing inside there with some with background characters and got the ass swept. It was still fun to watch.
Nah,
And of
facts.
course, we got the epic moment of the AMAO wave slide Goku did and
No.
popped Califa right in the mouth. Oh man, that shit is epic. Still. And
Man.
we of course got the awakening of UI Goku to turn
Mm.
Ultra Instinct, and it wasn't master 100%, but we got to see him try to get into that mode. And Mark had everything inside of it except for well, actually, no, it had romance even. It had romance inside of it because of Krillin and 18.
Mm.
We got to see 18 and 17 fight together as well again. Like the android. I love 17. Watch them fight together again. Remember the power arc how far is supposed to be on this top 10 list. I didn't know I would have it so
For sure. Nah, I feel it. Okay. So moving up the list, for my number 9 arc, we are sticking with My Hero Academia, and it is the overhaul arc. Uh, yeah, really ended up. I didn't. Okay, how do I put this? Parts of it I didn't really enjoy the first time I watched it through. But after going through and watching it a second time, I got way more second, third, fourth. I've watched that several times straight through from the beginning. But I've grown a lot more appreciation for some of the characters who I didn't really care. You know, when it was going through the first time, I'm
yeah.
like, I only really care about Midoriya and Deku and Todoroki. Like, I don't really care about everybody else. But going through and watching it again, it's like, but my favorite, one of the fights I didn't like at first, but I absolutely love now is with Kirishima and Fat Gum versus.
Ooh-wee.
I forgot the
The
name, but
shield
yeah,
versus the strikers. Yeah.
the shield and sword. So I really enjoyed that. Seeing Mirio fight against Overhaul, losing his powers to then Midoriya coming in and basically like changing the whole future and everything. The night I saw, just like, man, I really fuck with Midoriya.
Yeah.
I don't care what you said. I'm gonna smash that future, no matter what that shit is. And seeing him whoop Overhaul's ass like that,
100%.
man, it's amazing. Can't wait to see what he gonna be coming. Kind of a glimpse of what we gonna get to see from him in the future when he finally masters his power and whatnot. So yeah,
Hell
that's my
yeah.
number
And that was good. All about this damn list.
9. Man,
Um, but moving on to my number 9. We're bringing it back to One Piece.
okay,
I'm going with my Marine Ford. I couldn't leave it off. I had to put them both together. Marine Ford / Water 7 arc.
okay,
Both arcs you guys heard us talk about in the past or different episodes. And it's of course can't leave it off the list. As I go through and I try to compare every arc that I've watched from every anime, which is of them, and then break down into different categories. I I couldn't find myself to leave off um two goaded arcs at the same slot. I don't want to take up too much room on the list. I just the love of me. These arcs meant probably the most when it came to character development. For Robin and for Ace. Um, You guys watched it last week. It was a little. I kind of. Hopefully, the video cleared up at the end. Catch that. But yeah, it's this arc. Those two arcs like paved the way. Inside my opinion and everything. Quarter seven, Green 4 arc, the Blackbeard, and his crew fighting to see and this for the first time. That both arcs has ups and downs, but I just couldn't find myself leave them.
Okay. I feel it.
8.
Okay, so like I said, I'm a huge sucker for tournament arcs. So for my number 8, it is the Grand Magic Games arcs
Holy fucking
from Fairy
shit.
Tail. Yeah, from
So
Fairy
so
Tail.
my number is the same thing. So we can just go at the same fucking time. My number
Okay,
8 is literally the same exact Fairy Tail Grandmaster arc. Like
the Grand Magic Games arc.
the Grand Magic Games arc. Oh my fucking gosh.
Yeah, I absolutely love that arc. Uh I could no. Going back to one of the previous episodes we did, I can't believe I actually left Natsu ass off my top 5 list.
I'm surprised you did too.
So I would like to, going forward, we're gonna change that
Number
top
11.
5. Yeah, number 5 is gonna be Natsu instead of Levi. So yeah, just so you all know, if you've been a loyal viewer and been watching since the first episode, you know the change. So I appreciate it, But yeah, that I mean, man, I just love that. Love the arc, the fights, all the fights. Urza versus that what was it, 1,000, 100, whatever it was,
the 100 Beast.
Yeah, whatever it was, power and whatnot. Just
she did it so fast.
Just getting to see her unleash, like that was supposed to be a huge challenge, and she did it like it was nothing. Like I absolutely love her character.
The Shadow and Light Dragon as well. Send them two come into play.
Man, Rogue and Sting.
Rogue and Sting.
Yeah, absolutely love them.
We got
that the art just and how it started help pave the way for the future with what we get later on with Zeref and all that kind of stuff. Was just it was legit. I really enjoyed that. I'm just a huge like I said earlier when I first started, I'm a huge sucker for like tournament arcs. You will see that later on more during the list. So I guess since we had the same 8,
we had the same 8, yeah. So that would be next. But fucking just everything 16 was mentioned just now, bro. You guys have not watched Fairy Tail, and you want to watch something, you guys will look at this arc.
Love it.
As you can see, fucking it was Fairy Tail A and Fairy Tail B. We got to see the Loxus at this.
Man,
fucking I can't leave off Loxus, bro. I had to have.
I felt it. I love Loxus.
But man, fucking gosh, this is a good fucking.
It really was, man.
But yes, I guess we are moving on. Number 7, since we want to have the same exact number 8. I kid you guys not. We don't talk about this shit. My number 8, it literally says top 10 anime arcs of all time. TF Power, Marine 4, Water 7, and then Fairy Tail Grand Magic Games. That's literally the order of these right here coming down the list.
I'm trying to tell you, we don't talk about it. We tell y'all every week we do not talk about it. It just happens, man. Okay. So for my number 7, I had a 4 Shinobi War.
Ooh,
the 4 Great Shinobi War. Like I told you all in one of the previous podcasts, Naruto is one of my favorite animes of all time. This being the culmination of everything, and Shippuden, this being the culmination of everything that we had watched basically since middle school, middle school going right into high school and whatnot, right around then, like seeing the big 3, their big 3 teams, 7 together, and what they had, basically the new sunning and everything that they had done to get to that point. Like I absolutely loved it. And because that's one of my favorite shows, and that's the culmination, and they ended it well, in my opinion, compared to like something like Game of Thrones. It will always, there's no way
or Hunter
I could
Hunter.
yeah, which is not done yet, right? Yeah. So yeah, there's no way I could leave the culmination of all of that off my list. So that's my number seven for sure.
My number seven is much older anime.
Okay,
You guys have probably all watched it before, and it's the Dark Tournament and Yu Yu Hakusho.
never seen
This
it.
is they went. I've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho before.
Never seen it.
Those of you who have seen it, you guys know already. Like Yusuke, Raheed, all go down
I know you
to
got
hell.
the gun
You're a
shit.
gun, yeah.
Yeah.
So they all go down to hell, and then this arc shows a lot though. It's a big tournament that breaks out down there, and you gotta fight for your. You got to see Hiei's transformation of the Dragon of Darkness.
Is that the black dude? Not the
He,
black dude,
the
but
black
he
hair
got
dude,
black arms.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He uses like this fire, darkness, flame, dragon tattoo that he has comes out of him and it's raw as fuck.
Okay.
I would suggest you guys if you get you don't have to watch it, of course. Nobody has to watch the shit. But if you guys want to check out some old shit, that's definitely one good show. Yu Yu Hakusho, definitely really good.
Okay.
And I definitely love that tournament. That tournament.
For sure. For sure. As you can see, we are huge tournament fans.
Exactly.
We
Oh,
are
and I
huge
can't leave this
tournament
off.
fans.
Last thing. Also, if you love fucking roses and demon foxes and shit, that tournament has it all. Yes,
Okay.
we are
Okay.
big fucking tournament fans. Tournament and
Man.
festivals, gotta love them. It'll be an everlasting theme right here, right now.
Yes, and speaking of that, we are moving on to number six. Yes, number six. And with that, I have the Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power.
We tried our best not to have the same shit.
We really did. We thought with 10, it would be so huge and so many different animes, but we're huge fans of, as you can see, like certain type of things. So it kind of, hey, it is what it is, man. Hopefully we'll have some differences with fights when that comes up later on. But yeah, for what 12 talked about earlier, I really enjoyed the Tournament of Power. It's just so many. It's just nonstop action, really, for me. That's what I really enjoyed about it. It's there is character development and all that kind of stuff. But what I just really like about Dragon Ball Z is it's kind of you just watch it to kind of see a slugfest. People power up and go crazy and whatnot, and I really enjoyed that. As we talked about the iconic, riding the Kamehameha wave,
Yeah.
that shit was crazy. Like Goku Ultra Instinct, Vegeta, what was it? Super Saiyan Blue 2.
Blue 2.
Just man, that Vegeta, that's my guy. So, I really enjoy seeing that. Him taking Kaba under his wing and whatnot. I really rock with that too. You know what I mean? So it's really hard. It's kind of, difficult to talk about since you talked about it earlier. And I mean, everything was really, in that and all the big moments and whatnot.
Yeah.
Getting to see all the different characters, Jiren and his squad and whatnot. They would,
Superheroes.
Popo and all of them. I really rock with them and whatnot. So definitely, I don't know if we will or not, but I'd like to see them come back. Just his Earth, Jiren and them
Oh, we will. We definitely will.
Yeah, more so than anybody else. I definitely like to see that and see how he evolves when he actually chooses to embrace the people around him and whatnot, as opposed to just thinking I got to do it all by myself. Everybody else is just going to get in my way instead of, kind of them. You wanted to be strong to be able to protect everybody, as opposed to you just wanted to be strong for yourself, So, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So that's my, what was that, number 6. Man, funny as hell.
My number 6 is coming in with a show that is coming back soon, and it's the Soul Society and Bleach.
Okay.
Man, my favorite character is Hitsugaya, the ice dragon dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, Watching him get into his fights, bro, fucking insane. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot hold anything back. Hitsugaya may be my top two favorite characters at that show,
Mm-hmm.
along with like what ODU. Why ODU is that nigga with me arrows and man,
Mm-hmm.
he's
The Quincy. Mm-hmm.
Quincy's getting the season come out. I haven't watched Bleachers. I have to go back and rewatch that. But just getting the chance to them all come together and their character development along with Chad and other squad cast.
Mm-hmm.
The plan that Eisen had falling into telling. Seeing Eisen actually one of the most ruthless of all time in any anime.
Mm-hmm.
Probably him, Doflamingo, and Maru. That watching them, watching watching his fight up. I got a lot of respect for Aizen's powers,
Mm-hmm.
but got to see the development of Ichigo's Bankai, and it was phenomenal for me to watch as a fan growing up as a kid. I haven't watched it at all, and I have to definitely go. Soul Society still sticks out my fucking head. Um, Seeing everything come into play, it was like um big what's his name? He's a big fire guy. Number that's the strongest Bankai, strongest squad captain, like the captain of the captains.
You talking about old man Yamamoto or
Yeah,
Yamamoto or whatever his name was? Yeah, I know who you talking about.
long fucking spirit, seeing his
Bigger.
powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that fucking arc had it all for me when it comes to development of the characters and how shit happened. So back and watching it again would definitely be on my list of
Mm-hmm.
if I could ever get it, have some.
No, I feel that for sure. I was definitely watching it earlier this year just because the new arc is supposed to be coming out in sometime in October, I believe.
Yeah,
So I definitely had I stopped somewhere. I forgot exactly where I stopped, but I had restarted watching it. Okay. So number five. So my number five comes with a caveat. It's probably gonna be number one in a couple of months. So you already know where I'm going with this. Wano. Wano is not complete. But there's no way in hell that I could not have it, even
out
though
there
it's
right
not complete with what we've seen so far. There's no way, no way in hell I could not have it on my list. Everything that's transpired since getting past Fishman Island has been leading up to this moment. Since Punk Hazard meeting up with Law, all the arcs, everything in all the arcs that have transpired from Punk Hazard going forward have been leading up to this moment. It's been too big of a build up to not put this on my list. The action, all the underlying stuff that goes on with the characters that you don't know about until you get to Wano. It's too big and too, because if you think about it, you could really consider all of Punk Hazard leading up to that a part of the Wano
yeah.
arc. Not technically,
Because of
but
dress,
you know,
what happened to Dressrosa
I
and
mean everything,
everything that plays in it. Yeah, actually, yeah.
everything
Thinking about
plays
that shit, yeah.
everything plays into effect for this specific arc. So it's amazing for me. If you want to talk about it specifically in Wano, when they actually get to Wano, even that's just been amazing on its own. From Luffy touching down to fighting Kaido, getting whooped, to going to Udon, to breaking everybody out, to getting ready to go fight, and we're in the process of this huge fight with Kaido right now, and just man, it's been great. So once that is finally wrapped, that'll definitely be number one though. But for now, got to be at number five.
And it's crazy because we've been looking at this shit since 2009. First got introduced, and that's inside the
Nah, facts. Yeah.
man.
Glad I wasn't watching that then.
It's been around for a while now.
Nah, facts.
But going into my number five, the top five list of this top 10 arcs is going to be another festival arc for you guys. And this festival arc comes into play because of my little bit of bias that I have to it. So, if you guys do not know, I'm a big Totoro fan. So watching My Hero Academia and the battle he had with Deku as or earlier, I couldn't leave this arc. I had to
Mm-hmm.
see it's your quirk, not his. Probably
Nah.
one of the most legendary quotes inside the entire fucking arc. Shit, in the
Mm-hmm.
whole show for instance, right
Show
now.
in the
Yeah.
show, yeah.
It, it's not up there with nothing happened. Nothing could be up there with
No,
nothing happened.
not that. No, not
But
that. But
it's
it says Todoroki on a path that's gonna
yeah,
lead him to being a hero. That's what
exactly.
it does. It's a
It's
huge moment.
being his own hero like that.
Correct. Correct.
Because
Correct.
at first he wanted to just
It's
be
your quirk, not
yeah,
his. Mm-hmm.
man. Just watching from movies that came out with through the arcs that came afterwards, like that is the core foundation. Plus, it brought a lot of comedy inside the arc. I was just watching Deku fly through the first fucking race, smacking the ground, get
With the
ahead of
moms.
with the
Yeah.
mines, and getting ahead of Bakugo and Todoroki, who's Todoroki's freezing Bakugo's arm and shit like that, and they're going back and
Mm-hmm.
forth with the fight, and then Deku takes off somehow, some way. I don't know how. Deku was faster than both of them without using his quirk. And Bakugo is shooting himself through the air, and Todoroki is sliding
Explosions.
on ice.
Them damn
And
explosions blew
Deku
him.
is still faster than him, bro.
He flew. He flew.
But yeah, and they came in with the big three, man. I can't leave that I
Facts.
can leave that one off.
For sure, for sure. Okay. All right.
Or
Uh-oh. Gotta scroll back now. Okay, so number 4. I know you don't have this on here because this is something that you have not watched yet.
oh
Yes.
yeah, I know exactly what
Yeah.
show it is then.
Yes. Okay, so this is the return of Shigashina arc from Attack on Titan. Okay. This arc, man, this is hands down by far one of my favorite shows. For me, it's one of the kind of like a Game of Thrones type show with all the different connections and all the kind of stuff that you didn't see coming until later on when it actually starts to play out, and you're like, oh my god damn, you said this. Or another One Piece, that I kind of compare that to Game of Thrones too because of the storytelling, the groundwork that you set early on for later off payoffs. So with
Except
this,
for the ending.
well, yeah, correct, yeah, because One Piece is gonna be fire. I have no doubt about that. Attack on Titan is probably gonna be fire too. I'm hoping. I don't know about that. We'll see. Um, yeah, but this arc, how it just it's the culmination of so much stuff from basically from everything that goes on up until that point from Aaron finding out he has Titan abilities and all that kind of stuff to um
It wasn't his blood.
see all of that.
Spoiler.
It's so much. It's hard. This is one that's really hard to kind of break down because it's so much stuff that happens that this is really a payoff arc. So many stories and all that kind of stuff about his dad and all that they end up kind of paying off. You the Levi versus the Beast Titan. It's just so much in this arc that you have to see earlier on stuff to understand. But with Reiner and Bertold and just it's so much, and I don't want to really get into it too much because you haven't seen it yet, and I know you're probably gonna watch it.
I just
But
want to
like,
know how the fuck does he have Titan? Why does he have Titan powers?
Listen.
In due time, huh?
This is gonna blow your mind. So this is one that I highly recommend. A show I highly recommend watching from start to finish. There's hella blood and gore, so it shut up, Alexa. Shut up.
He's very rude to.
I'm dead. No, but if you haven't watched this show, I highly suggest checking it out. And when you get to this arc, you'll understand why this is one of my favorites for sure.
I forgot it.
For sure.
Number 4 on my list is 100% not even inside your thought process.
Okay, for sure.
I have seen it though before, and it is the Battle City arc in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hell no, I am dead.
Yes, I cannot leave this arc off. No matter what happens, what anybody says,
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh set the save way for me to get into cartoons itself and
I give you
just
that.
nerding out. So, so this arc right here, we got to see Kaiba, Joey, and Yugi, the Duel Masters, Big Three, have great battles. Everybody throughout there, we got to see them get their Egyptian god cards as well. Found Bakura, aka Merrick, and just had a big beat down beef between them, and of course the Pegasus stuff when that Ellen up always loved to death. But this arc just brung a lot of characters together for me, and it set up the future of every Yu-Gi-Oh that we have along the way. Because after this Yu-Gi-Oh ended, still going on, and I'm not watching any of the ones out right now.
Facts. I'm not either.
One of them, the main character, has more L's than he does W.
Oh no!
So I don't even know how that's even possible. Like, do you have like a? I was watching some.
Does he not believe in the heart of the cards? 12? What's going on?
He never picked up. He never met Yugi. That's why.
Man, that's crazy.
But yeah, this fucking arc. Speaking of the heart of the cards, like this arc shows that if you believe hard enough inside something, that it will come true with you, and you will pull everything you need to pull. So you can't use Exodia inside here anymore. I don't see that, like my cards can't fuck. Is still the best card ever to be made. 5 cards ever to be made.
Nah.
I couldn't leave this off of it. I love Yu-Gi-Oh too much. Heard out about it. I was actually just playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, I feel it. No, one of my favorites from that show was when they go inside the video game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love that art.
Hell yeah.
Love that. Okay.
Top 3 now, baby.
Top 3. Okay. Now, as you all know, top 2. Yeah, top 2. So Naruto is my second, favorite overall anime. This arc, and I saw that, when I first saw it, I was obviously a lot younger, but this arc, it kind of coincided with what was going on with life for me, essentially, because they say this is the arc where boys became men. The Sasuke retrieval arc. Listen, this arc was amazing. I mean, still to this day, it's amazing. You still see, memes and pictures of, not necessarily, I wouldn't say memes because that's like funny stuff, but like pictures.
I don't know that.
He about to unplug her. Watch.
In a second, yeah. No, because it's so legit from all the different. Everybody gets their shine. Everybody who goes on that mission gets their shine, their moment.
My
From
boy Kiba.
Choji, man, from Choji to Kiba to Shikamaru, everybody. I mean,
Neji.
Neji, Naruto, everybody gets their shine in that arc. It's something about it, you know. They get the fight, you get to see backstory about them, what they're trying to achieve, where they're, you know, where they started from, where they are now, why they don't want to lose to who. I don't
Sound.
remember exactly. Yeah, I know they were fighting Sound, but each
Yeah,
individual
yeah, yeah.
wants their names and
The
whatnot. But
sound.
yeah, should have been five, but what was it?
Maru.
Kimimaru was sick. Yeah, yeah. The Sand Ninja being their allies this time, coming in helping them with Gara. You know, Tamari and Shikamaru, how that becomes, you know, a thing, and then Konkoro. So I just, man, still to this day, that's one of my favorite arcs for sure.
Can't leave off fucking Drunk Fist Rock Lee beating the shit out of Maru.
Kimimaru, man,
He
going
was
crazy,
giving
bro,
him them hands, bro.
going
And if he
crazy.
did not sober up, it was over with
It
for
was
him.
over with. It was over with.
God couldn't even stop. God said he had to open up, I think, one of the gates, bro,
Gates or some
to
shit to
just
stop
stop
him.
him. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
nigga was
He was
drunk.
drunk. Mm-hmm.
And that backstory was funny because they got to see the comedian, the comedy side inside there as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Rock Lee, man, his fight, every time Rock Lee steps on the scene, it's like a cameo.
Oh, facts. He be going crazy, man. That's my dog, Rock Lee.
So my number 5 is coming in. I mean, number 3 is coming in. Number 3 on my list is going to be a Black Bulls training arc / tournament when they had the fight for the crystals against each other.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about because of the moment. I
Yeah,
know.
does
I
it?
know.
And that's the moment I'm gonna talk about right
Iconic.
now. So if you guys
Yeah.
don't know who Finro is, Finro has a little brother that thinks he's the shit. And Finro has the spiritual powers who can't match up to it. And as soon as Finro's finna die, you see this epic leap from the Black Bulls that shoots to the sky, says, if you touch this match is over, don't think about touching him. If you do, we'll kill you.
He'll kill you.
And that look on Magma, Luck, and Asta's face just showed me that this fucking shit was amazing. He had it up to his neck, the baseball bat flies fire on his other side, the lightning full on fucking mitts up on him,
They
was
was
ready to.
ready.
Then you had in the background the whole Black
The
Bulls
whole
was
squad,
there.
bro.
Squad
Gang was ready.
goes.
Gang was ready, bro.
Man, that arc fucking showed a lot to me. Then I got to see one of my top 5 characters inside that show. Real,
Real. Mm-hmm.
demonstrate his
The
fucking
painter.
powers, the painter, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and just man, he is unreal.
Man, real is unreal. Yeah, I see what you did there.
But yeah, like I couldn't leave this arc. Just Uno coming out and seeing how powerful he is against Real, and they're actually going neck and neck. And to my opinion, that was a tie still. But who knows? We don't fucking still know the full strength of Real in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this arc is what kept me going with it. I want to say more. I liked it up until that point, and then I loved it. That makes sense.
I feel it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel it.
2 left, man. 2 left.
Okay, so for my number 2, obviously couldn't be left off the list. When Wano moves up, it's gonna move down some. Some probably a spot. Who knows how it'll all shake out? But Marineford, as 12 said earlier, there's no way I could leave this off. What it does for Luffy and how it sets him off, really starts how this really is the spark that sets him off towards what he's going to be in the future. Just Man, and after actually just having rewatched it from Impel Down, seeing all that he goes through, not giving up, just continue to push through it despite all odds, earning the respect of Whitebeard and all the, all the pirates and
Mm.
everybody who's there. Just
Follow
from him
him.
being exactly from them seeing him, kind of like a, they saying kind of like a snot nosed punk to
Yeah.
he was actually sitting there challenging Whitebeard like he meant that shit, like
I'm gonna
going
rescue
toe to
Ace.
yeah, exactly up there on the shit with him, like really saying that shit to him, like he meant that. Like I get that I didn't have respect for him, but it's just like it did something like the way they talk about Whitebeard in the show up until that point to you actually seeing Luffy like being like, "Hey, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna do this shit with or without your ass. I don't need your help. I don't need I don't need your help. I can do this shit my damn self."
For
So
strongest pirate versus a
man,
gum gum nigga.
so I really I really gained a new level of respect for him. Kind of like everybody did, everybody did there in the fight. To seeing him use hockey and whatnot for the first time, knocking all the people out, just
Bro.
man, it was really epic. It was a really epic arc. So I say
Wait.
impel down Marine for impel down / Marine for, because that's I really consider all that shit together.
Technically, on Amazon Lily, when Snake Sister
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
crush,
yeah.
and then he used it then, his hockey
Mm-hmm.
then. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like I guess the one of the first few times that,
Mm-hmm.
but he couldn't use it to fucking save any of his.
Wow.
Um, my
Yeah,
number
good
two,
thing Kuma was
yeah,
on their side.
man, if he was Aaron Kuma was not on that side, it was fucked.
It's over with.
My number two it's not one of my favorite animes. It's a great anime though, inside my opinion, but this is one of my favorite arcs, and that is the 3v3 tournament arc. Um, basically versus God inside of the God of High School.
High school.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I could not leave this off. Yeah, it come back up really. Is what Jin Moria goes through. Team, um, Dow was it Dowie and what's her name? Remember her name right now. The person who just watching them three develop even more of each other to become closer friends. First tournament, of course. The comedy aspect behind it. To her still being called the gorilla, and him being called the monkey, and Dowie in the middle of it, like Dowie. This this fucking art had it all. I'm really big when it comes to um Greek mythology. So
Okay.
watching
Okay.
Kong Wu, Wukong, which is the Monkey King,
Mm-hmm.
watching that come into play.
Man. Okay. For my number one, it is the Battle of the Shadow Palace. So from Black Clover when they fight God damn, I forgot his name. Hold on. I actually got it on here.
Got it written down.
When they fight Zagreed, the devil, for the first
Definitely.
time, that that shit, oh my god, it was so hard because there's so many great arcs in Black Clover. But this one, like, there's one later on, and it's hard to. I can't put it on there because it's not done. So
Hey
I
Kingdom
just,
one.
yeah, that shit. So I couldn't. They started it, but they're not really into it, so I couldn't put that on here. But this one, this is basically what comes, essentially before that. Just seeing all the work that the kingdom had to put in to finding out everything that we thought from the beginning. That intro that they tell you about is basically not true. So spoilers if you haven't seen Black Clover, I really, really, really suggest you watching it.
Fuck yes.
But yeah,
I'll
but
second that.
yeah, the intro, you basically learn in this arc that all of that was a lie. You learned about what happened, how everything was manipulated to get to where it is now, the state of things and whatnot. It's just the action, overall character development, getting to see Austin and Yuno go crazy together.
Man.
It's just amazing to seeing one of the best, I'd say, combination strikes in the show that you get to see. And I won't give any spoilers.
Cause that definitely is number one. Yeah.
Yeah, I won't get no spoilers for who's involved in it, but it's a cold ass scene when it comes in. The music, by far, just that theme, just oh man, just when that fight shit comes on and you start hearing that music, just know it's going down, man. That's one of my favorite shows for sure. So that's my number one, the Battle of the Shadow Palace.
I'm gonna end it off with my number one of my top 10 arcs of all time. Because I'm a nerd and I like to read manga, Wano is my number one arc of all time. I will not get into it, but what happens inside everything, just know, if you know, you know. 16 talks about it earlier with number 5. Um, Wano is by far the coldest art, animation wise, fight wise, story building wise, character wise. Fucking gosh, we could go back in time to the past and see what happens up. I can see some of the worst generation, how they became bitch ass niggas and decided to join Kaido, stand on their own two Hawkins.
Man.
Rick, um fucking amazing, bro. This I can't put any arc over any show over Wano
Nah,
because
get
this
that.
it's just fucking amazing. It's
I
by
get that.
by far, hands
Yeah.
down. Watch
I
it.
want to say, yeah, I was gonna say, like I said earlier when I was talking about it, it's just it it builds up from so far out that it's you can't you can't just look at it as just when they get there. It's all the stuff that
Yeah,
happens before they get there. It all has to do with that. When you really get to it and you really when you finally get to Wano, you understand how much all that stuff beforehand, how much meaning it had, excuse me, for that art. And it's just like, damn, okay, there's no way I cannot like if you're not gonna have it as number one, that's fine, but you can't have that as not in your top 10. I'm
yeah.
sorry. You just can't. There's no way.
Let alone top fucking.
There's no way. I mean, even if it's not the top 5, there's no
Yeah.
way in hell you cannot have it on your top 10, bro. No way. I'm sorry.
Especially since we got introduced to this arc at episode 611. We're on 1035, 1036 right now. So 611, 1030, 400.
Nah.
Divide that by 52, which is the number of weeks inside the year. That's how many. That's how many years back that we.
Nah.
So just watching it all come right now, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Nah,
We got to see Sabo Mask. This was the fucking riot theme for the first that German 66 gave him with fucking Sanji. Get the I can talk about this now. We get to see fucking Nami and her epic fucking moments that she has inside there. Usopp's still a punk ass nigga. We got to see Big Mom come through. Like Marco came back. Marco's fighting two of the probably two of the strongest niggas inside the entire Animal Kingdom Pirates crew. Like, and he's trying to hold his own against King and Queen.
Nah.
get to see fucking the minks. Oh my god, the fucking
Yeah, the
minks.
Sulon forms.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro. My
it's so
fucking,
much.
it's a
It's so
lot.
much. Yeah, it's so much. That's the only reason I have it as 5, just because it's not finished for me. Otherwise, it would be number 1. Like I said.
and, and then the kick ended it all off. This arc is probably related to Zoro the most, just because of all the fucking samurai that's walking around. We have
Mhm.
this arc as like, this is my favorite character's arc, time to shine.
Facts. No, I
Like,
get that.
I
Facts.
can't have, that's my bias with it. I couldn't leave it off number 1, but at the same time, it's like, bro,
Mhm.
go watch One Piece. You don't want to
Man,
watch all
facts.
of it. Start at 611. That's when Punk Hazard starts, and then
Mhm.
go forth. All right,
Nah,
I give y'all a 400 episode break.
hell no. Okay,
That's some
now,
good ass fucking arc list. That shit was hard.
man,
I left so much shit.
so
I,
much stuff.
I wanted
Yeah.
to I wanted to add shit with my ex family, like newer shit. I want to add shit from fucking shit and add shit.
Mm. So difficult. Yeah.
I spent
Oh,
shit one time doing this, and I did essays in high school.
funny as hell. Don't be telling motherfuckers that shit now.
Still passed everything.
Oh, man. Okay, so now to finish it off, we have our top 10 fights out of all the anime. We will do it again, bottom up. So 12, we can start with your number 10.
Number 10, I'm gonna start off hot and sizzly, is Gojo versus Jogo, the magma head nigga that looks weird as
Mm-hmm.
fuck from fucking
Kaizen. Yeah,
Juju
Jujutsu
Kaisen.
Kaisen.
And this was a amazing fight.
Mm-hmm.
Animation we got to see from it. The fucking his power. First off, you guys have not watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet. When you watch it, you will fall in love. Takes
Yeah,
off these
man.
blindfolds. He has the most
Pause.
bluest eyes ever.
Pause.
All kind of pause, of course. Actually, no, play.
Hell no.
Bro, once he does the little thing and he slowly,
Oh,
oh
yeah, yeah, that's for the
damn,
females. That ain't for your ass.
bro. Waifu was one thing, but waifu, that's
He spit out this water and shit, man.
no, but all honesty, all this though, like this fight led the way for me to say like this fucking show is actually up there. I
No,
like the show,
facts.
of course. It's a really good show. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, you know, season 2 and shit like that. Next season coming out soon. Hopefully, we'll get back into a lot more with this. This fucking fight, endless, no fucking eternal void, bro. This nigga, he cannot. He is probably one of the strongest and most overpowered characters ever in fucking
Oh, and anime in
anime.
general, of course. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. No question. No question. No question. No question. I wouldn't even argue.
Oh man, good fucking fight. Go watch the fight.
Man. Okay, so for my number 10, we are staying with Jujutsu Kaisen, but we are switching the fight up. It is Yuji and Toto versus Hanami. Um, Said, what's your type? Like tall women with big butts, like
Yeah,
Jennifer
yeah.
Lawrence. Said, man, listen, that fight was amazing from him basically teaching him to
As they were
uh
fighting.
yeah, exactly. As
Yeah.
they were fighting to teach him how to pull off a black flash against an opponent of that strength was just like, man, it you gotta you gotta watch it, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's worth it. This show has some great characters, amazing fights. I can't really say I wouldn't say it's a bad story, but I can't really say great story just because it's only been one season and we don't know where it's going really yet. That's all I can say. And I haven't seen the movie, so for people who have seen the movie, that may flesh out a bit more. So
Still the
you
same
kind
with
of
me.
okay. So maybe not. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know too much about story. Can't really judge that. I'm gonna wait till we get the second season, but I have enjoyed the characters and I have enjoyed the fight scenes. Fantastic. So that's my number 10.
Definitely. And we kept with Jujutsu Kaisen. We don't. My number 9. It comes in because we talked about it inside of one of our top arcs, of course, and it is Deku versus Todoroki. This fight just brought out Todoroki being my favorite My Hero character right now. Only because I know for a fact that it is subjected to change if possible. Probably not though. But just watching Todoroki as a like this fight showed him as a kid. His mama throwing hot water on him because he looks like his father. First off, that's shitty as parent. Um, but that's my own happy place.
Hell no.
But this fight just brought out you're not just a ice nigga, you're icy hot. Like
Hell
you can
no, yeah.
like this is and my man's favorite character said that.
And then
Oh
Bakugo, yes,
yeah.
sir.
So fucking this fight brought out a lot for me to watch because of the animation itself. When they do the fucking the pull down the air and then heat it up real quick versus
The
Deku coming
explosions,
in
yeah.
with a giant fucking he came first off the nigga tried to punch through air so fucking hard that he thought that it was even gonna do something to this. If if the fucking submission did come up, Deku was gonna lose regardless. This first off, my nigga, you jump so hard, both your legs is flailing, and then now your other arm is fucked up too. Yeah, it's over with, my guy. It's over with.
Man.
But this fight had it all for me. I couldn't put this any farther up or down my list because of who I have, but this fight paves the way for Todoroki becoming it's had that big three and becoming a superhero as said earlier.
Man, okay. So for my number 9, I have. So we sticking with Jujutsu Kaisen for my number 9. I have Yuji and Nobara versus Ketjisu and Eso on that
Fuck
bridge fight.
yes.
Uh, Nobara is hands down one of my favorite female characters. She may be my favorite character on the show. It's between her and Yuji for sure. So we might have to do a top female character list of all time because oh my god. And I'd have a theme with that list as well. I
I know I
absolutely
will.
love I absolutely love her character. Fierce, she doesn't back down. She's legit. That fight, her and Yuji basically teaming up to go against the two curses on the bridge. That just yeah, it's worth watching the whole show just to really get to that fight with
Yeah.
the black flashes and all that they pull off and just it's so the graphics and all that. It's so amazing how they're fighting. They pull the switcheroo in the middle of the fight and just it starts from a ways away to them running to the bridge and then them continuing on and it's legit. It's a legit fight. I definitely recommend watching Jujutsu Kaisen. It has, as you can see, I have 2 on the list. It has some of the best fights, hands down. So that's my number 9.
Literally that Juju probably has some of the
Now.
some of the best fights.
Man.
But I'm gonna switch it up to one of my number 8. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, and it is Jin Moria versus Jagal. This is when uh San Wang San Wukong comes into play, and we get to
The
see
final fight.
final fight. Yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we get to
Mm-hmm.
see this man use a power pole to the actual extent of using a power pole. If that's a Dragon Ball
Nah.
Z reference,
Reference. Uh-huh.
even though Goku should have been the Monkey King, since he was
Mm,
technically a monkey, which is what
monkey.
Frieza calls them, and he is fuck that, he's the king of all Saiyans. Vegeta used to
Mm,
the prince, but this nigga actually now Vegeta did win. I guess play a factor inside of it now. Now the king, Vegeta man.
funny as hell.
Um, but Jin Moria comes into play and just straight up, it's a brawl. This show is good to watch if you like fights. Lots of fight scenes inside, really good fight scenes. Animation's good, except for the fucking nose shit.
Nose and ears.
In the ears, yeah, like you have like old 27 or some. Got
Mm,
allergies. Other than that, like, if you get past that stage, it's amazing. Fights
legit.
are fucking amazing, and watching Jin Mori go in this form, this fucking halo in his head that crowns him the monkey King. Doesn't say it's
Nah.
monkey though, but San Wukong special, San Wukong special, technique, the eyes, fucking are. It's you have to go watch this fight. If you have
Mm-hmm.
not watched this fight, 16 will back it up. This shit
Yes,
was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed that we're not getting a second season after seeing
I'm
that
so
how
hurt.
that being the way the show ends with that fight. It's like
So
damn, so
fucking
we're
hurt.
not finna get another season. That's crazy.
So fucking hurt. They didn't want to overplay his character, bro.
Man.
Monkey King is also my favorite Greek mythology, Greek mythical character.
Oh
You'll
well.
see this list and include some other shit later on down the line. That's how the years that we can. Because we do have a Monkey King game coming out next year. If you guys don't know, go look it out real quick. I'm not promoting. I do want to play that shit. Check out the Twitch.
For sure. Okay. Well, my number 8. I talked about this arc earlier, which it was perfect to do the arcs first and then the fights later. Because I have Natsu versus Sting and Rogue in the
Ooh,
Grand Magic Games tournament. Yeah, that seeing Natsu go up against two Dragon Slayers by himself after he basically knocked Gajeel ass out the fighting shit, to show him go up against them, to seeing them do a unison raid to him basically like that being nothing and knocking them out still, like just to show who he was and how strong he really was compared to them. Fight was just, man, after I saw it the first time, with a lot of these, after I saw it the first time, I rewatched the fights several fucking times because
oh yeah,
they were so great. So this was definitely one of the ones that I've watched several times. Just, man, and everything that had led up to it, to them, basically trying to make their reappearance as Fairy Tail. So that added even more weight to it, to them, everybody basically thinking they were like trash and whatnot, to them having to earn their reputation and respect back. It was legit to see, man. It was legit to see.
bro. And Jeff right there, Hardy Boys.
Man,
The Hardy Boys of the fucking show, man.
I'm dead.
Coming in at my number 6.
Seven.
Yes, number huh?
Seven.
7. Yes, 7.
Seven.
7. Yes, 7. Coming in at number 7, we have Mob versus Koyama. If you guys have not watched Mob Psycho, you guys should check it out.
Yeah, you seen my face. I
Yeah.
had no clue what you were talking about.
So this episode, or this fight, starts off Mob getting a new friend, saving them and coming to Sally to save his brother. Then getting the shit out of him. Probably as long as Freeze got the shit beat out of him and something.
um,
Mob was getting the shit beat out of him, and this is a guy who has to the more his emotions get out of control, because he's out of control. that's when shit hits the fan. Um, this is the first time we see him at full 100%, over 100% destruction, and he was going to go ahead and fucking kill Yama in the game that he was with. Glad that it settled down. Of course, he didn't do it, but shit was fucking amazing. I love seeing the countdown of it. Once you hit a countdown, start taking oh shit's about to get real. Man, watching Mob Psycho is 100%. I would put that on to anybody's list to please watch Mob Psycho. It's not too long, just the right amount of anime. The show just about the same One Punch Man. If not watched Mob Psycho though, check it out. It is a really good.
So I'm definitely have to check that out because I have not watched that shit.
Love it, bro. I know you actually will love this show.
For sure. Definitely gotta check that out. Okay, so for my number 7, haven't really talked about this show on any of my lists or anything like that. Don't have any arcs or anything like that either. But it is the Ichigo versus Ukiura fight. That fight, because I watched that when I was younger. That shit had staying power with me when I saw it for the first time. That shit, seeing Ichigo and the holification form, that shit for the first time, like, and Ukiura going all the way to his top transformation form and all that. Them going at it, just man, the animation, and for the time that I'm seeing it, I'm young. I'm really getting into anime for the first time, so that really stuck with me, and still to this day, like it's still great. It was an amazing fight.
Fucking man. That's
Just
that
oh my
voice. That voice
god,
inside there,
the
bro.
hollering shit that he has
Yes.
when he it's just man, bro. It's everything. I'm trying to tell you. You all should definitely check out Bleach. I highly recommend it. Especially with the final arc supposed to be coming in October, sometime in October, I believe. So I definitely suggest checking that out. Great fights in there. Great fights.
Especially fights in the air, bro. That fight scene that when they were in the air duking, my gosh,
Oh my god.
Ichigo got smacked down and came back up with that full hollow, and they was face to face. He said, "Yeah." At that moment, I knew I was like, "Man, yeah, it's over with, bro. Shit's getting intense." But my number 6 on the list,
Yeah, 6.
yes, is Benny Maru versus the Infernal Demon.
Okay.
If you guys
Okay.
have not watched Fire Force,
Fire Force.
I don't talk about this in the list a lot as well either. But Benny Maru, I don't know, it's something with fire, bro. I love fire powers, but Benny Maru is different. Second generation
Man.
mixed with third fire sorcerer. This nigga is off the chain. I
Man, bro.
mean, I won't spoil it if you guys have not watched it too much, but just watching Benny Maru take all the fucking little shits around him as he flings it towards the infernos, push the shit through his fucking head. I mean, this animation was critical. If you guys could, if I could, I will watch this fight. I will watch this fight as much as I will watch my number, as much as I watch my number 3 through 1 fights as well. Like this fucking fight scene was amazing. I will watch this fight over and over and over. Benny Maru, of course, is just he's the epitome of what a hero is. This is who a hero should be like. Benny Maru. He wants to be somebody who protects the village, who can be there and be helpful, helps rebuild it if he destroys. Puts up shelter for people around them. When the Infernos came out, and I forgot his name, but when he was knocked out on the ground, Benny Maru lost his fucking mind and destroyed this. Destroyed this. At that point, it showed like this nigga is not to be. I gotta use big words.
Funny as hell. Hell no.
But we get into the top 6 for you now. Be top 5 next, right?
Yeah, 5 will be next for you. Okay, so my number 6. This arc was definitely one I talked about, and I kind of talked about this fight as well earlier. But it is Deku versus Overhaul. Uh, Basically seeing Midoriya a glimpse of what he can do at 100% power. Just man, the future, the possibilities and whatnot are limitless. It would seem like.
Question though, was he really at 100% because he didn't have access to any of the quirks?
Yeah, that is. I was gonna say that's a good point. I guess 100% of
Like the base.
the 100% base, but not 100% like add-on shit too. So yeah. Basically that's what that was, I believe. Yeah. So getting to see that, because we know as of now that he's gonna be able to get all the other abilities from previous users of the quirk and whatnot. But yeah, being able to see him do that while protecting Eri with the smile on his face, it was legit. It was a legit moment to see. Seeing him actually kind of be All Might in a sense, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's exactly the type of way I believe All Might would have handled that kind of situation. So it was really cool to see, and him really wailing on Overhaul. I mean, that animation, uh, beautiful. I got the picture. With Airy on his back with him punching Overhaul, and it's a holographic picture and everything. It's beautiful. Like, man, that shit was amazing to me. So that's gotta be on my list. That is my number 6.
That's it. That's like really fucking.
Man.
That shit actually slept on just a, like that fight scene was critical. Like, blue that comes to him, man, that fucking.
Bruh. Beautiful animation.
Jumping into our top five now. The final five. Chidori. That's why Sasuke's not on my list.
I am dead. Hell no.
My number
We shall
five.
see.
My number five comes in as an anime that probably most people have not seen. This is an anime that I love to death. I talked about it on previous episode before. Um, in my early 2000s, animation was still kind of in there, but it is Bon Midu versus Akubane, aka Dr. Jackal. That is from the Get Backers. I love the Get Backers. It's a really good show to me. And watching Bond use his Jagon, which is like these eyes, it reminds me of the Sharingan from Sasuke. These eyes can put you under a hypnosis spell only 1 minute, and he can use it 3 times a day type shit. So kind of limited. He has this really cool snake power grip. Like he grips your fucking face, like kind of like what Zoro did to that big ass swole chick when he was going against the fucking Baroque. He grabbed her face and like put her down to her knees. He had to crushed her skull in half. So he has like this death grip that he has, and I currently work on my grip a lot. I got these hand weights to use, trying to get to that strength. But right good. Um, I cannot say enough about this anime. This anime when it comes to the time that it came out. Really good fight. Dr. Jackal does really good at holding on. Okay, Akane throwing shit around, but yeah, it was, man, this fucking arc. This fight got me to see like the true power of not only Ban but also Genji Amino, which is the other main character part. So good.
For sure. Okay. For my number 5, this is only at number 5. This is definitely gonna move up to number 1 once it's finished, just like the arc. It is Luffy versus Kaido.
How did I know this would be a
Uh,
number five right here to
I
match up
mean,
with
man,
it?
Man, it's just because, like I said earlier, for the Wano arc, it's just because it's not done. That's literally the only reason it is not number one. Couldn't put it at number one just because I don't know how it's going to finish, but I know once. Come on now, I know once it's finished, it will be number one. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it finishes off. But from what we've seen so far, just the animation has taken a significant step. Like it's Wano is great animation wise, but the fight between him and Kaido has taken a significant step forward. Like it's been amazing to see seeing Luffy getting closer and closer and closer to his next transformation and whatnot. Like I can't wait to see it when it finally gets here, man. I just I'm really loving this fight right now. Don't know how it's gonna pick back up after where we just left it, but I can't wait until we get back to it. So that's my number five,
Five.
Luffy and Kaido.
Then, did you hear that they're gonna fucking slow down on the animations? I think they were overspeeding inside the back, so
Hell no, that's crazy.
beautiful shit. I hope it stays the same. Not too much of a note. Supposedly,
Listen, I just need the Luffy versus Kaido shit, super high animated, and everything else I can live with.
I can live with that. For
No, I feel that, but I can.
fuck you. Oh.
Yeah, I said I'm glad my favorite is the main character.
Jumping into my number 4, I'm going with Sasuke versus Kenshiki, which is the kid inside the Boruto movie. When he
In the
at the
beginning.
very beginning part, I cannot leave this fight off of my list because Sasuke is one of my favorite characters of all time as well. Um, he just simply goes through his Sharingan and Rinnegan motions. Even though he gets the fuck jam, but he goes through these motions so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, I cannot tell y'all how I was literally sitting here watching it with my homie. Um, and when this happened, I lost my shit.
Man.
Yeah, I was like, yo, he did it again. He did it again.
Yeah,
Check, yo. Man, it was wild as fuck, bro. I was on a different level, bro. Like my hype level was on like 30,000.
yeah.
Bro, Sasuke and Kinshiki, this fight was fucking beyond amazing animation wise. It took Naruto to the next level. And Boruto took it down 8,000 level. But it's really good. If you guys can watch the fight again, check it out.
Okay. That's funny because at my number 4, we are staying in the same movie, not that fight, but the later fight in Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki.
I think it was in the
Uh,
chains.
listen, listen, man. This fight, I've watched this fight so many times, just because it's the first time you get to see them as adults, as Hokage, Naruto, and Sasuke basically like right hand, or left hand, because you say Shikamaru's the right, you can say he's the left hand, you know what I
Since he
mean?
only
But
has a left hand.
oh, yeah, man, right? So you can see them, seeing them team up together and really like fighting together, trusting each other to really, take the motherfucker down. There was no like underlying kind of goals and whatnot like there was with taking down Kaguya and all that kind of stuff. With this, it was just like we got to take them down to protect everybody, protect the country or whatnot. No underlying goals and all that. So really seeing them go, I mean, just take, just really just go all out, unleash, movie budget and all that kind of stuff. So it was beautiful to see, man. And from being a real Naruto, a real big Naruto fan, for so long, it did my heart so good to see them and really going, together and really like going all out, man. Like from their development to from the beginning to now, just man, it was great to see.
Shit, that fight, Aku,
Man,
up until from
how
that
far they've
point
come.
to now, like man,
How far they've come.
favorite part inside that still nonetheless is this nigga was stuck aside to change, renegade his way out of it. It was as the Naruto.
The
Naruto
Naruto
punch.
knocked his ass.
Bruh, shit was fucking amazing.
Man. And
Um,
then putting the what was it, the Susano
yes,
on the
on
nine
the
tails.
nine tail, that fucking armor,
Mm,
that purple and fucking orange, red, yellow. Oh my fucking gosh,
man.
bro.
Fire. Hell no, this motherfucker. Fire. I'm dead.
Man, fucking heat, bro. But jumping into my number three, the final three list I have here. It's not a one-on-one fight because I couldn't just go into one category, but it is a fight nonetheless. This is more of a, I don't know if you want to call it like an arc fight, but it is like the climax for the arc. It is the Seven Deadly Sins versus the Six Knights of Black side of Seven Deadly Sins. So this is when we got to see Bond.
This was
Um,
the final season.
this is from no, not the final season. One before he was going against his brother and shit like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And just watching them go at it, we got to see Bond how immortal he really is. The connection that he has with Meliodas, how
Yeah.
he would do anything to save him. Have you seen Lucy?
No.
Okay, so
That's what I was asking.
yeah, so I want to talk about that the connection that leads on.
For sure.
But yeah, just watching this shit, bro, from that fucking seeing what's not Zoldyck, what the fuck is the older brother name? Watching the older,
Think of his name,
yeah,
but I know you're talking about the gray hair.
watching him go against the Pride. Man, Escanor is a fucking savage. And as soon as that clock strikes noon, it is on and popping. Escanor mopped the floor with this guy.
Man.
I mean, 60 seconds is all it took. He said, "Fuck that, that's all I need." He beat his ass so bad, shot him with a big ass sun power ray, blew up, evaporated an entire fucking ocean area.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking gosh. He hit the nigga so hard, the little brother had to come save him, and they both got sent flying. Like, how do you let one person hit you that damn hard? You fighting Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali fused together? Like, this man was different, bro. That fight, I couldn't leave that off the list at all because I got to see Bond actually go nuts. He used the fucking fox hunt and nunchuck shit he was using, and Meliodas gets to go against his fucking younger brother Zeldick, and they had a fight of fucking all kind of caliber. We got to see um the Fairy King, Harlequin, and King of course, and fucking Dien go against the former king and queen kings of the fucking fairies and giants. Oh man, fucking amazing! It was perfect beauty.
Man.
Then if you guys watch the next season, of course, better. But yes,
Man, yeah, I gotta finish that for sure.
So fucking good.
Okay. Now for my number 3, I gotta give a shout out to my homie Bag, Trash Bag. So follow him on Twitch. I think it's a Trash Bag.
Jeez.
Yeah, 2 G's. Listen, I still remember this day vividly. I'm on the route at work, driving around, dropping stuff off, and I'm talking to Sims. He said, bruh, this new episode of Black Clover, I have watched this episode, 10 plus times already, and it just came out today. I'm like, okay, bro. I think I think you overhyped. Yeah, I think you overhyping it, bro. I don't really believe you. we'll see when I get home from work. So I'm excited to get home to see. I'm hoping he not gonna steer me wrong. So I started watching the episode. I'm okay. It's decent. It's not bad. They do the the little opening, the intro, and all that, and so they have stuff that they show before the opening. So that part is okay. I'm like, okay, it's not bad. Then they show the opening. As soon as you get out of the opening, bam, everything starts. And I'm just like, oh my God, here we go. Let's see if this is really it. I rewatched the episode 5-6 times plus that night. It was legit. So the fight I am talking about is Austin Yami versus Dante. That fight, oh
Fucking,
my God.
fucking amazing.
Oh my God. Like blown away. Like I don't know if I've ever sat that same day and rewatched the fight that many times and did not get tired of rewatching it at all. Like it was legit. I rewatched it for the next couple of days. It was so good. Seeing them, seeing everything that Asta has done up until this point, all of his training and everything from the time jump and everything to how he looks now to being able to do all that different stuff on the sword and whatnot, to being able to call it, ride on it, all that kind of stuff. Just amazing. And for him to finally get the validation from Yami, like, I can't do this shit without you. Like, I need you to be able to take this motherfucker down. From Austin not being able to fight, from hearing those words to boom, I'm in it. I'm ready to go. Let's do this, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just the animation, the music, just everything. It just, man, like the way I'm talking about is, you'd be surprised that it's not my number one, but you'll see why later on.
Oh yeah,
you'll see why later on. You'll see why later on. But it's up. It's just, you gotta watch Black Clover, hands down. This is a top anime for sure. Check it out.
And for those of you who are inside the chat asking, I'm gonna cut this out later on. This is live. This is not a pre-recording. I don't like talking over whenever, like reading the chat, of course, and going back to this for editing purposes, because we do edit this up on YouTube. So I will cut this part out and then we'll go to YouTube and go live. Yes, we are doing this podcast every Saturday night on the 1216 podcast. You can see us on Twitch, on Twitter, and on YouTube at the 12 podcast, 1216 podcast. I'm 12.
I'm 16. You already know how we coming, baby.
That's how we rocking. Yes. Welcome though. We do this every fucking Saturday night, and I hope you have a blast. It's not just anime talk most times, not just One Piece. Also, do a lot of other things, pop culture and other. We just started talking She-Hulk last week. We can get into it probably another time. And Hot D, Hot D being House of the Dragons.
House of the Dragon.
We good. But what is good, X? How are you feeling, my God? Hope you're having a great time out there. You've been live in the chat, so keep it up, big dog. But we're going to... Hell yeah, man. If you are not following, go follow the Lawler 16 Inc. It's an incorporation even building over. INC. Go follow him on Twitch as well. This is my fucking brother of 14 years now.
Something like that. A long ass time, man.
Yeah.
14.
14. This is my Jarvis Landry to my Odell Beckham. This is my Matt Hardy to my Jeff. This is my Vegeta to Goku. This is that. But yes, we are going into number one and the final two. Yes, going to our final. We're going into one of the final two. So my number two comes up on the list as a really good show. Again, it's an old show, but I have it kind of mixed off. So it's two of them. The first being Goku UI versus Kefla. I can't
Okay.
leave that off the list. We talked about it a little bit earlier. And then the second half of that is Edward Eric versus Father out of Full Metal Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Such a good fucking show. The longest I, as a kid, tried to make alchemy circles and fucking make them work. Shit just don't work for me. I don't know why I'm not finding equivalent inside this universe, but I'm in the wrong fucking universe.
I'm dead.
But yes, watching that right there, that fight took a shit ton out of the show because it just put them over the top. The animation was decent. Fight scenes were great. The Eric brothers versus father. Basically their father's a piece of shit and is doing dumb things and shit like that and all kind of shit. But Ed, which is the older brother who is the Full Metal Alchemist, shows how to do alchemy the correct way and win without being a dickhead father and deadbeat. So, if you guys have not watched it, watch for it. Real life movie for it, definitely whack. Not watched the Full Alchemist real life movie. If you want to watch it in real life, try it yourself. It's not gonna work.
I'm dead.
But that fight scene was amazing. Like I would have, if I could have picked any fight scene from that, it'd be Roy Mustang versus the Homunculi. That fight was so damn fast, I couldn't get inside here. Roy Mustang is my favorite character from the show. Snap your fingers, do your step, and he set people on fire.
Hey.
Let me see you do it.
Somebody got a follow. Appreciate it. I don't know if it was you or me.
That was you, big dog.
Oh, hey. Appreciate you. Oh, a subscriber. I appreciate you, my guy. I couldn't see the name because we got the whole the Discord stream up. I can't even talk right now. The Discord screen is up, so I can't see the chat. I'm sorry, but I looked on the phone, so I definitely appreciate the subscription, my guy or girl. I appreciate it. Yeah, whatever you identify, I couldn't see the name, so I don't even know what to kind of try. And I just saw Vegeta, so I knew it was a subscription.
Coming through with the sub timber is not over yet. If y'all are not sub up.
Oh shit, that's Granberry.
Oh.
I appreciate it, Granberry. My guy. Appreciate it. Okay. Number 2, right? My number 2?
Yeah, I'm officially done now.
Okay. So my number 2 is, so this is from a movie. This isn't from a show. So it is Bakugo and Deku versus 9 in the second movie. My Hero is one of my favorite animes of all time, as I've talked about before. Absolutely love this fight. I mean, this is, like I said, this is another fight that I've rewatched multiple times. Not even just this fight, but this movie in general. My favorite My Hero movie that's out currently goes 2, 1, and 3. I hated the third one. So much wasted potential, in my opinion.
I enjoyed it because we got to see Todoroki.
Yes, so much wasted potential, in my opinion. I was very let down by that, but that's beside the point. This fight had Deku and Bakugo basically, like, it starts off with all of the class A working together. And then it moves like people are getting defeated and whatnot. So it just ends up being kind of Bakugo and Midori at the end to basically stand up against 9, who was a villain he's called 9 for a reason, 9 quirks. So they fight him, and their abilities, they're just regular quirks on their own, aren't enough. So what they end up doing is Midoriya passes all for one to to Bakugo. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. No, it's one for all. That's why I got confused, because it's one for all. Because I get those confused all the time. All for one, one for all. Yeah, so one for all. So he passes it to Bakugo, and they basically use it together and end up end up fighting 9 and knocking his ass out. Like that shit. The animation behind that shit was elite. Like that's a movie level budget. Like that shit. Man, you all have. I highly recommend watching that movie. You can watch it without even having to watch the show.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
kind of give you a bit of a brief kind of overview of what's going on up to that point, so you kind of know. So you're not going in blind as far as like they talk about the world and the quirks and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of get a feel of what's going on. But you can go in and watch that movie. I'm telling you, it is definitely worth watching. It's legit.
Oh yeah,
that fight. Oh my god,
I would definitely second that shit. That fight is amazing.
Gotta check it out. So that's my number 2.
And we're going into the final. It's the final countdown.
I'm dead.
My number 1 on my list comes in at my favorite character of all time.
I'm dead. Here we go.
Roronoa Zoro.
I had to get that shit in.
We're going against it's Zoro versus Big Mom and Kaido currently in the final arc up to what we have watched right now. I cannot say I do not love this fight right. You have Kid, you have Luffy, you have Law, you have Zoro, you have Killer versus Big Mom and Kaido.
Man.
2 people who on the most famously dangerous crew of all time, probably the Rocks Pirates, versus 5 supernovas of the worst generation.
Man.
Zoro stole the show from all 6 of them. Yeah. First off, this man came in there and they threw the world's powerful move at them.
Man.
Zoro took his sword and said, "You know what? I'm gonna block this and shoot it into the sky.
Man,
now you can't hurt us." Versus Kid doing a big ass shield, or Luffy gumming them out the rocketing them away, or even I don't know what the fuck Killer do. Probably put his scythe up in the air, then die. Or fucking Law just. Oh wait, that's right. I forgot. Room shambles. Now we're over here, and Big Mom and Kaido are over here about to hit the blast. Instead of doing that shit, Zoro said, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go as one of the only people without a devil fruit power, and use my abilities to shoot this shit in the fucking air. Then I'm gonna go ahead and, with me being injured already, I'm gonna go ahead and knock Big Mom off of the platform."
Nah.
And cut her fire in half. Over and over and over. Zoro has been fucking amazing so far inside this Wano arc. It's something to just look at and love. Like I cannot love me. I cannot put Zoro. I couldn't put this any farther up the list if I wanted to. Zoro coming in and demonstrating just how powerful he and what we have to see for him coming inside the future. Oh my fucking god. I cannot wait post Wano arc. Yeah. I cannot wait to see just how strong Zoro actually is. If how he tames Enma. First, if you guys don't know, this is the Enma blade, the great blade that the Shogun what the fuck is this? Odin, yes. That Odin used. The sword that he used to actually cut Kaido the first time, and he would have won. I'm sure he would have won that fight if not for that dude shit.
Man.
But And this fight, Zoro, his fights up there. This is why I say this is arc because it's showing just how powerful Zoro actually has gotten over the past couple of gigs. Sanji had his arc and whole cake. Ooh, you're cute and all, but I'm gonna show you how a real nigga get down. This is how we actually fight right now.
Nah.
I couldn't put this any more down the list. Zoro's just he's still in the show up until we can see what happens with.
Nah, facts. I feel it. Okay. Yeah, right. Because I don't. And we will not speak about that. Man. Okay. And coming in at my number one for top 10 fights is Asta and Yuno versus Zachary. So for me, the only reason the Asta Yami versus Dante fight isn't number one and switch with this one is because that fight is only like the end of an episode long. This fight that I'm talking about now takes place over the course of multiple episodes, with them having to infiltrate the Shadow Palace to begin with, which is why this was my number one arc. So having them infiltrate the Shadow Palace, all the fights that they have, to meeting up with different people, to getting separated and whatnot, to finally fighting the devil, to finding out everything that happens is a lot, which I talked about earlier from the opening credits and everything. So like just a fight to get to see them basically at this point at the height of their powers, to go all out to basically knock out the devil, to seeing the first Wizard King, and just it's just so much stuff that happens in this fight, that's not just them two fighting against the devil, but that happens with other characters and whatnot, with Patri and all that kind of stuff. And it's just so much, so much that goes into the fight and it happens around the fight. So this is it had to be, it had to be my number one fight, especially because it's my favorite arc, as noted earlier by the top 10 arcs. So that is my number one fight to finish the list off for the night.
We are finally finished
I'm dead.
with our top 10.
Bad. And our top 10.
In our top 10. So if this was too much heat for you, I can just flame render it and cut the fire in half.
I am dead. This motherfucker. Somebody get his ass.
Go ahead, send Kyle my way. I'm gonna get his ass first. He already scared. He already scared of the damn blade.
Hell no.
I'm telling you, I seen smoke come from the shit when I opened the package up, bro. I promise you, I did.
He said, y'all.
I don't know whether because this was cold and was hot outside, and you open it up and the heat comes out, but just know that it was smoke coming from the shit. It was.
He said it really happened.
It really.
Hell no. But yeah, man, we got a little bit of a late start, so we only did 2 topics this week. But as you can see, they were 2 very long topics, so a lot of content for you all in this week's episode. Next week, we will probably be back to adding She-Hulk and Hot D on, so it'll probably be a top 5 list, most likely.
Tell us what. Add something else to it or no?
We'll probably be adding add Andor to it as well, since that just started. So we'll probably talk about the first 4 episodes with that. Because the first 3 came out on Wednesday, so we'll have back to the normal 1 episode a week. So it'll be 4 episodes, plenty of time for us to get caught up on all of that and break it down so that we can break it down for you all, our thoughts and feelings about that. I don't believe there are any other shows that'll be out this coming week. But just know, come October, we'll most likely be dropping a list Yeah, a couple of weeks away. We'll most likely be dropping a top 5 list and all those kind of lists and whatnot, because we will actually be having anime shows and episodes that will be coming out, and we will be talking about the episodes and what we think will be coming in later episodes for the season. We know My Hero will be coming back. We can start talking about One Piece episodes as well. Spy Family will be coming back as well. Chainsaw Man will be starting, and Bleach will be coming back. All of that will be happening in October, so that's plenty of anime talk. So we will be able to get ready to top 5 list for a little while, because we will have brand new content that we will be able to bring to you all, because there will be new shows back
But
for
don't think
sure.
that this top 5 list is going to stop, because we do
Oh
have to
no.
still do our ladies. We got to still bring the women in, of
Oh, for
course,
sure. For sure.
especially for October, because October is Furnace Month. So our ladies will be showing off there.
I am dead. Their
Especially,
assets. I am dead.
you know how animate down.
Listen, come on now. Y'all know. If y'all listen to the podcast, y'all already know. Come on now.
This podcast is ready to eat for everyone sometimes.
I don't know that one.
There she
Shut
go.
up, Alexa.
There she go again. And we were just talking about being nice to women.
Man, hell no.
But yes, that is a wrap for the podcast for episode 5. If
Five.
you are not follow
was 10,
Jet and
5.
yeah, I was just gonna say that, but I brushed it off, bro. Woo, woo.
5.
Number 5 from Kids Next Door, the only black female inside of the entire group. But if you guys are not following us and you do not know what I found, of course, head on at the 1216 podcast on YouTube. And if you want to keep up with us, whatever you want to do with it, jump in, talk to us on Twitter. Our Twitter page is the 12 podcast. Find us there as the Black Lufians. We will be coming in with some heat for you guys in October, though. We even got some heat to be made. And
Nah, for sure. For sure. Definitely got some stuff planned for y'all. Just stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned. Couple of weeks away. It's almost here, man.
yeah, we are 2 weeks away from. I am excited, happy, not be taking.
Lies. Lies.
I'm gonna get the other 3.
Outro. Nah.
I come back with.
Nah.
But if you guys have any suggestions for us, or anything you want us to talk about, or talk over, or look over, please drop us a DM on Twitter. We will be going our Twitter messages. Probably.
For the comments on if you're watching on YouTube, you can definitely drop it in the comments on there as well. But if you want it to be more private, DMs for sure. But if whatever it is you feel comfortable everybody seeing it, asking questions like that, and hit us in the comments on YouTube for sure. That's what they are for.
And if you guys don't know, now you know where to find us at Just Silly Ho. But go ahead, you all. We have a blue tee for our background for right now. There. If you are inside here, can we get to somebody to drop the link to our YouTube page? We're inside here right now. Drop that link, click that link, follow it. Thank you, Dragon. Go to it. That's 1216 podcast. Get up on there. Drop us comments. Look at the 4 episodes. The 5th one should be out by Tuesday at the latest. Need some time to breathe. It is NFL season.
Man, that's the problem with it. Yeah, watching games on Sunday. That's the problem.
Sundays,
Otherwise,
I used to edit
out on Monday.
Yeah, I used to edit on Sundays, get it out by Mondays, but give us some time because I got to watch the Sunday games plus the Monday night games.
Man.
Top of a time job that we both have, so give us some time. It'll be up there. And if you don't like watching stuff, we have something soon with Spotify. Once you figure it out,
Sure, yeah. Once we get that figured out, it will definitely be on. Definitely have the podcast up on Spotify for you all, for sure. We're working on that. We promise. We will
Yes.
have it up there too. We're working on it.
Well, that's the intro that you guys will actually fuck with. So we're working up on that
Man,
as well. Just
working
stick
on
with
it.
us. We're getting there.
We told you. We told you. We gonna have updates as it goes along. Just rock with us, man.
10
Just rock with us.
episodes, baby. 10 episodes is all we
Just
need.
rock with us,
We halfway there. God damn, we are doing bad.
man.
No, we're doing good.
Man, moving on along, man.
Doing fucking good. Final remarks. If you guys are not following Law, go follow him at Lawler16INC on Twitch. If you guys are not following me, follow Tunes at Intunes Trust on. We also have our I know inside mine I have my link tree out there. You can DM me whenever you want to. I am always ready and answer questions.
For sure, yeah. All my social stuff is linked at the top of my Twitter, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. All the stuff is linked at the top of my Twitch, Facebook, Twitter. I think my IG is on there and all that good stuff. So yeah, hit us up. We definitely will respond. Any questions you all have, anything that you know, topics or stuff that you all would like covered in the episode or whatnot, for sure. Hey, get us now when it's early, when we can do this and really interact with, you know, fans or whatnot before our messages and stuff start blowing up. You know what I mean? So hey,
Process.
if you got questions and stuff, hit us up. We can definitely answer that stuff. You know, definitely do that stuff now for sure, for sure. So yeah, man, another successful episode. We appreciate you all for tuning in, and we will see y'all next Saturday.
Asteriba.
Funny as hell.
12-16. And we out.
We out.
Yo.